Do not wait to strike till the iron is hot, but make it hot by striking. Namaskar, welcome to Next IAS. I hope you are doing well. In this video, we are going to cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express, Press Information Bureau, and News on Air. So without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion. And your first article focuses upon Supreme Court's recent observations on Lokpal order, where Lokpal had ruled that High Court judges were public servants and could be investigated under the Lokpal and Lokayukt Act of 2013. But the Supreme Court found this interpretation very disturbing and issued a notice to the centre. The court also emphasized that judges are appointed under the constitution and should not fall under the Lokpal's jurisdiction. Now let's learn about Lokpal and Lokayukt Act of 2013, which provides for the establishment of Lokpal at the union level and Lokayukt at the state level to inquire into corruption allegations against certain public functionaries. Here you must know that Lokpal consists of a chairperson and 8 members, with 4 being judicial members. The President of India appoints the chairperson and members who serve for 5 years or until they turn 70. The chairperson's salary, allowances and service conditions are the same as the Chief Justice of India, while the members receive the same as the Supreme Court judges. Talking about the jurisdiction and functions, Lokpal has jurisdiction to investigate allegations of corruption against the Prime Minister, Union Ministers, Member of Parliament and Union Government officials, which includes Group A, B, C and D. Here you must know that it also covers chairpersons, members, officers and directors of government established or funded entities as well as societies or trusts receiving foreign contributions above 10 lakh. Next article is related to India-China relations, and it is in the news because recently India's foreign secretary visited China, where India and China discussed restoring aspects of their bilateral relations, including media exchanges, the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra and the flights by summer 2025. This move comes after more than 4 years of tense relations following the 2020 Galwan clashes, and the timing of the agreement is partly driven by concern over Donald Trump's election and economic challenges in both countries. However, there is uncertainty over the status of troop de-escalation and demilitarization along the line of actual control, and given the cyclic nature of India-China relations, abundant caution is advised. Now the next article discusses the dynamics of economic growth, and it highlights the importance of both supply and demand for a healthy economy. For example, if demand exceeds supply, inflation may occur, while insufficient demand can lead to unsold goods, job losses, and economic slowdown. And the 4 main sources of demand are private consumption, private investment, government expenditure, and net exports. And here you must know that investment has a significant multiplier effect, which means it can increase overall demand and GDP beyond its initial value, especially when spent on infrastructure. And compared to consumption, investment has a stronger impact on economic growth. For example, both India and China had similar per capita incomes in the early 1990s, but China's investment-driven growth has led to significantly higher incomes by 2023. However, India's growth has been driven mainly by consumption, which led to slower and more unequal growth. Next article talks about Ayushman Bharat Yojana, and it is in the news because recently Chief Minister Rekha Gupta announced the implementation of the Ayushman Bharat Yojana in Delhi. Now let's know more about it. So friends, Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana is the world's largest publicly funded health assurance scheme. It provides health coverage of up to 5 lakh per family per year for secondary and tertiary care hospitalization. And here I have a question for you. Which states have not implemented the Ayushman Bharat Jan Arogya Yojana till now? Next article focuses upon remission of punishment. Friends, recently Supreme Court ruled that states must consider the cases of all convicts eligible for remission under Section 432 of the CRPC or Section 473 of the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita 2023 without convict having to apply. And if a state limits remission only to those who apply, it is deemed discriminatory and arbitrary, and it will violate the right to equality under the Article 14 of the Constitution. And states and union territories without a remission policy must formulate one within 2 months. And do you know friends, Article 72 and Article 161 of the Constitution grants power to pardon, commutation, remission, respite or reprieve to convicts, and it is exercised on the advice of Council of Ministers. Next article is related to Prime Minister Internship Scheme, which is now open for applications, and it will offer more than 1 lakh internship opportunities across 730 plus districts in India. And this scheme aims to provide real world experience, networking, and improved employability for youth. Talking about the eligibility, eligible youth aged 21 to 24 who are not enrolled in full-time academic programs or employment can apply for the scheme for up to 3 internships, and each intern will receive 5,000 monthly and 6,000 one-time financial assistance. And here internship include mix of training and professional experience lasting at least 6 months. Next and last headline is related to the South and West Asian regional branch of the International Council of Archives, which was recently inaugurated in New Delhi, and this is the second meeting of this council in India. Here you must know that countries like Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Bhutan participated in the meeting, and India encouraged participating countries to share their heritage through archives and highlighted the government's efforts in archive digitalization. So, with this, let's conclude today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.